I just made a video uh, talking about college and how there's a lot of corruption with it, and there's a lot of downfalls and potential. All this. You know what? If you go to college and you take on student loan debt, and you think that the government should bail you out, you think that me, the taxpayer, should have to pay off your student loan debt, which you decided to take on consciously. It wasn't just given to you and said, "Take it or we're going to shoot you. We're going to put you in jail." No, you willingly took on this. Now, I am sorry that your parents lied to you, but it is not my responsibility to pick up the pieces for you. Um, Let me ask you this: is it your responsibility to pay off my car loan? Is it your responsibility to pay off my credit card debt? I mean, where do we go with this? If you kids or you people decide to get bailed out, if they decide to bail you out, what about my stuff? What about my debts? My debts are really minimal because I'm a minimalist. I kind of have to be. But why can't I take out a huge mortgage and have the government pay for it? You got to take responsibility for your own actions. Work 3 jobs, work 4 jobs to pay it off. Pay it off as quick as possible. You got yourself in this position, you get yourself out. It is not my responsibility to pay off your student loan debt. And you know what? You want to talk about free college? It's not free. You think, oh yeah, it's free college, man. For free college, dude. Well, let's just make college free so all of us taxpayers have to pay it. Well, are you going to like to pay high taxes when you're 55, 60, when you could have paid off that student loan debt in what, 10 years? 5 years if you worked hard enough? It depends on how much you took on. Do you want to keep on paying high taxes when you're into your 50s, when you're trying to save for your upcoming retirement, your 60s? Do you want to pay for other people's colleges when you could have already had your own college paid off? Is this really where you guys want to go? Is this the path you guys want to lead down? I mean, I know our government's all about bailouts, and they're evaporating the dollar's value and the buying power of it, and that's fine. But you're you're setting things up for yourself long term to spend even more money than you would if you just pay off your student loan debt. It's not my responsibility to pay it off. It's not other people who produce and work hard to pay off your mistakes. You did this, you get yourself out. And I'm sorry that your parents lied to you. I'm sorry that your parents were ignorant and brainwashed and think, they had this dinosaur mentality. They didn't pivot with the times. They didn't adapt to change or see possible changes going forward. They didn't educate you properly. I'm sorry your parents didn't care about you. Just because somebody gives you a bunch of anything you want, things and stuff, doesn't mean that they really give it. Oh, I try not to cuss my videos. They didn't give you the proper knowledge, the proper wisdom, which they should have. Most should have. Yeah, it's not my responsibility. It's not my kid's responsibility. Yeah, you kids, you kids nowadays think you're so smart, think you know everything. You don't know anything about history. You really don't study history at all. But listen, I'm telling you what's happening. I'm going to tell you, especially you females, you're the ones going to be paying most of it. Like Aaron Clary says, go ahead. You want to abandon the traditional lifestyle? You don't want to have kids? Well, if you do have kids, you want to have someone else to raise them. You want to be in charge. Once you realize, you know, it's being in charge, there's a lot of responsibility that comes with it. A lot of your fun will be out the window. And we men, this is what my plan is. My plan is I see high taxes coming up. I see these bailouts happening for these college students. It's probably going to happen. I want you to understand what you're going to be going through. You're going to be paying high taxes until you're dead. That's what's going to happen. If we stay with this monetary system, this fake fiat monetary system, you're going to be paying high taxes, 50% and above at some point. At some point, because our debt's just too big. They have to get money somehow, or they'll default on their loans. The government. So, you women want to be in charge. You guys are in college more. You guys are gonna get more of the high paying jobs. You're pricing yourself out of the dating market because women like to date up. They don't like to date down. You guys like men that make more money than you, or at least equal. Well, you guys are getting all the high paying jobs, so you're just gonna be alone. Or you can be, whatever you want to do. And that's cool. You want to do that, that's fine. But realize when you are, when you're older, right? And all you have is your cat or your 50 cats or your 10 dogs or whatever you're going to do, and you don't have kids. Maybe you do have kids, but they don't care about you. Your husband, well, yeah, right. You're by yourself. You did this to yourself because of feminism. No, it's not all your fault because you were brainwashed by feminism. And this is really, I mean, look, why is women all flooded into the college? Like, well, you do anything a man could do. Okay. Jump as high as our best man. Run as fast as our best man. Lift his, break the power lifting record. Do it. I don't see too many females transitioning into males and dominating our sports. So you can't do everything a man can do. I'm sorry, and I can't do everything a woman can do. I can't have babies. So there's a difference between us. Okay, we're not the same, and we should be treated equal as humans. But we have to recognize we are not the same. And I understand that this video is supposed to be about college debt, but look who's going to be asking for most of the bailout. It's mostly young women who hate men. And I'm going to tell you, you know what the problem is too. You've had a weak father figure. You don't respect yourself. You're mad at your dad. Some kind of father issue. You've had a weak leader, and nobody's taught you to respect yourself and have some decency, have some, there's something called being a lady, having some class, not being promiscuous, having some self-respect and decency. That's huge. Okay, I don't care what society is trying to push, what this heathenistic culture is trying to push. It is not good for you emotionally to be with a lot of different people, whatever. So, yes, this video is way off, but you have to understand, if you're asking for student loan debt forgiveness from the government that you decided to take on willingly, you have to understand, in this system, if we stay with this monetary system, you will be paying other people's college tuition, college education, pretty much for the rest of your life. It's not a good. It's You're opening up a Pandora's box instead of putting your head down. What is it? You know, just plowing through that debt, paying it off yourself, or figuring out a way to do it. You took on the responsibility. You pay for it.